Hey guys, Prangell Gaming here, and welcome to the first ever foot draft I'm doing on this channel. Now, I do apologise for it being so late for me making this foot draft video. Now, all I can say is I had a lot on my plate and I've been doing a lot of other things in terms of FIFA content. Of course, I have started the squad reviews, and this is replacing the squad review for this week. So, without further ado, I'm with my brother.
Hello.
And we're going to use the draft token to make this team. Now, it's going to be a two-parted foot draft. Unfortunately, this is the only way around it, as I like to talk a lot and explain the players and the choices. So it's probably going to be about maybe 10 minutes for this. And this is just the squad building part of this video. So we're going to get into it. And we're going to start building the team. Hopefully we can get some really good players. And the second part will, of course, be the highlights of the games. And I will do a roundup of the team before we start that, so you won't forget the team. So without further ado, let's go. Right, in terms of formation, they could have been a lot more kinder to us. We don't really have anything to go with here, as this formation isn't even that good. Well, I'm kind of in a tricky situation here. Do I want to go with 5 at the back, or would I be capable with going with 3? Well, I think I'm going to have to go with 3-4-3 flat. That means that we will be able to use left wingers and left midfielders. Unfortunately, we didn't get good formations, so this is just going to be the way we're going to have to go with it. Yes, I would be happy to use that formation. What captains have we got? Okay, now we're talking. We got Turan, Courtois, Bellarabi, Ronaldo or Neymar. Unfortunately, we didn't get any of the special versions that could be in this foot draft. But I'm actually going to go with Cristiano Ronaldo, the god himself. Personally, my favourite best player in the world. I don't know about my brother, but yeah, Ronaldo's my favourite player. I'm going with him. We're going to put him in the team right now. There should be no arguing with that. I really think he's worth putting in the team. So where do you actually want to go with this team? Where do you want to pick first? You actually get the choice.
I'll go with striker.
You're going to go with striker, okay. So let's have a look at the options. Okay, these are pretty good options, actually. So we've got Gervinho, who's actually really pacey, but is he a good striker? We've got Martial, who I actually really wanted to buy. We then got Radamel Falcao, I'm going to say flop, but he's been alright so far this season. Then we got Azurexi. I do apologise if I've said that wrong, but that name is very hard to say. So, I'm actually going to leave it up to you. We've got the informed striker that plays for Real Sociedad. Again, I can't say his name, so it wouldn't matter. But are we going to go with a BBVA appeal to this team, or are we going to go with a Barclays Premier League? I'll let you pick that.
I suppose we're going to have to go with Agorexi, just because it would give more chemistry. Okay, that's fair enough. I probably would have gone with that as well, as Gervinho isn't that good of an option. Now, I'll go with the right winger here. So what have we got? Abarbo, Teo, Corona, Vea or Salah. Now, as much as I like Salah, I'm going to have to go with Carlos Vea because he's the only BBVA option, and he's very good, actually. So let's put him in the team. Right, so now where do you want to go in terms of this team? It's actually looking pretty decent, if I don't say so myself. I'd go with the left side.
Okay, so you've gone with the left. No way. I really want that hero Wijnaldum. So we've got Naismith, Krondili, Wijnaldum, Asamoah, or Sterling. Now, funnily enough, Naismith, Krondili, and Wijnaldum are actually all position changes for their special cards. So I'm actually going to let you go with this. The only option here that we've got is Krondili, but we do have Sterling there, and we could put Sterling on the bench, but that's up to you. I'm not bothered.
We used Krondili in FIFA 15, didn't we? And we found him quite decent.
Honestly, I don't know, but I haven't used him as a left midfielder. That pace could be a downside, but you never know. It could be worthwhile. Now, I'm going to go with the middle centre-back here. So we've got David Luiz, Howardez, Garay, Miranda, or Castan. Now, this is kind of going to be a problem here. We've got 3 Brazilians, a German, or an Argentine. Now, where do we want to go with this team? Well, because none of them have chemistry, I'm probably going to go with Garay, as hopefully we can get Mascherano, and maybe that will do well for us to have chemistry. So I'm going to go with Garay, and hopefully we can get someone decent, maybe on the bench, or get Mascherano to link with the chemistry. So it's up to you now. Who would you go with and what position?
I'm going to go with the right mid.
So he's going with the right midfielder here. Okay, so we've got two informers. We've got Eric Lamela, Quesmara, Mata, Willian or Kazari in form, who actually is a cam in FIFA in the game potentially. So let's have a look. Who would you actually go with there? Unfortunately, no one does anything for chemistry, but unfortunately we can't do nothing about that. So who would you pick?
Well, I'd probably go with Mata just because it's Liga BBVA and you have quite a lot of Spanish players.
Yeah, but what about the pace with Willian?
Yeah, but the
It's up
pace
to you.
wouldn't really help out, would it?
Okay, if you want to go with Mata, you can well and truly go with Mata. I'm not bothered. It's a good team to build anyway. Now I'm going to go with one of the centre midfielders here. Hopefully we can get some really good choices. Okay, that is pretty good, and unfortunately there's a few faces there that I would like to use, but I can't. So you got the pass master himself, Andrea Pirlo. Then got Rakitic, Martinho in form, who's actually a really good player. I really like João Martinho. Then got Pjanic, who actually has an inform now. And we've got Gundogan. Now I'm going to go with Rakitic just for the fact he's a really well-statted card. And of course he's a BBVA player. So you've got out of the centre midfielders, or you've got two centre-backs and a goalkeeper. So where are you going to go with the team?
I'd pick one of the centre-backs.
Okay, so you're going to pick a centre-back. So we've got Richards, Cesar, Martins, Indy, Brozutski or Dan. Now, they don't really do much for chemistry, but if you think about it, we do have two Premier League options there, and we do have João Mata himself.
I'm going to go with Richards.
Okay, so you're going to go with Mick and Richards. That's probably the best option because he's got good physical and his pace is a lot better. Now, I'm going to go with the goalkeeper. I know, controversial. So we've got Johart, Courtois, Handanovic, Casillas or De Gea. Now, it's not debatable. I've got to go with the best goalkeeper who I feel in the Barclays Premier League is, and that's David De Gea. I definitely think that you'd probably go with De Gea as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're definitely going to put De Gea in the team, and he goes with Richards. Now you've got two positions to pick here. So what are you going to go with?
I'm going to go with the centre mid.
Oh, that's a tricky decision here. Because you've got Yaya Touré, who could fit in the team with the BPL side of the team. You've got Marquisio, inform Freddy Garin, or Toni Kroos, or Andres Iniesta. So the choice is up to you, but really, really good pull of players.
I'm just checking the chemistry. Well, Iniesta would do better for chemistry and his ratings. Just a rating higher. So I'd go with Iniesta.
Okay, perfect. We've got Andreas Iniesta, and actually, just for chemistry, I'm just going to swap them two so they get a bit more chemistry because, of course, Iniesta is Spanish. Now, the final centre-back position. We've got Bonucci, Bodmer, who actually is in form this week, Mustafi, Caceres, or Cahill. Now, I think I'm going to go with Mustafi just because he's a BBVA player, and I don't feel that we're going to get any good Premier League players on the bench. So Mustafi is the way to go. So chemistry is actually looking really good, and the team is, well, debatable. Really, really good apart from the striker and maybe the left midfielder. But we get onto the bench. I'll let my brother pick the first player. It's probably going to be a goalkeeper. Maybe we could get a BBVA one. Yes, we can. All I can say is bravo, EA, bravo. And I had to say that, I know. So if we go and we put him straight in the team now, it actually doesn't affect chemistry yet, but we could probably get two centre-backs or a left-back and a centre-back, and that will affect the team really well. So, let's have a look who's here. So we got Iraola, Zuniga, Sidby in form, Zabaleta or Tito. Now this is what I was talking about. We actually have to go with Tito as he will fit in the team nicely. So let's go and put Tito here, and we get the chemistry there. So my brother can now pick the next player, and there's no complaining about that. The team really is fantastic. And then we get a pool like that, but never to fear actually. We've got 3 players who could be used in this team. So we've got Rafinha, Aicha, Exterra, De La Bella and Martinez. I do apologise if I said any of them names wrong. I'm not great at pronouncing names. So who are you going to go with? Because of course it doesn't really matter. They're going to get chemistry either way.
I'm going to go with the player I've got.
Okay, yeah, best not to say that name. It really is a dreadful name. So, yep, you can pick that and we can put him straight in the team. And there you go, 100 chemistry. Bish, bash, bosh, just like that. So, let's have a look who's on here. Ooh, this is interesting. So we've got Bajera, Eschero, Inform, Tosic, Ese Rodriguez, Fernandinho. So I'm going to go with Ese Rodriguez just for the fact he's really pacey. And I'm going to put him there instead of Crondili just for now, because Crondili, yes, he is a decent player and it is good to have an inform in the team, but Ese Rodriguez is a bit more pacier. We could bring Crondili off the bench and he could make a little bit of a difference. So now you can pick the next player. Okay, so we've got Wanyama, Sherlock, Carrillo, Maya, or Salvio. Now, this actually doesn't do anything for the team. And I was actually looking at Maya to go purchase him myself. Yes, the pace does put you off him, but he is a really good player, or he was on the last FIFA game. So, the choice is up to you. Do you want Wanyama, Sherlock, Carrillo, Maya, or Salvio? Now, bear in mind, Carrillo wasn't actually that good in my squad review for Sporting CP.
I'm going to go with Maya because, as you said, you wanted to buy his card and he may come off the bench.
Fair enough, I cannot complain with that because I actually want to use him to see if he's worth buying. So, who's the next player on the substitute bench? Wow, that's really, really good actually. So we got Amrabat, who actually was a left midfielder, if I'm not wrong, on the last game. Victory Ababo, Memphis Depay, Inform Chalognu, or Salah. Now, this is an interesting one, but I'm probably going to go with Inform Shally. He's a fantastic player, and yet again, we're racking up the informs. So, let's see who you've got to pick. Memphis just doesn't go away. We got then DeMarcos, Damian Anautovic, or Quadrado. So, probably up to you, but I know who I'd pick.
Well, I'm probably going to go with Depay.
Yeah.
Just because he carried on coming in packs.
Yeah, definitely. I would have gone with Depay. He's a fantastic player and he would make a difference if he came off the bench. So, let's go pick a player off the reserves. Disappointing. So we got Coquelin, Alvarez, Saviola, Campbell, or Orlandi. Now, Saviola used to be fantastic because he was brilliant back in his days when he was younger. Now, who would I pick here personally? Now, I might actually go with Orlandi. He was actually a really good player. Hopefully he can make a difference on this team. I'll just put him in there. Actually, I'll leave him out of the team. Mata can stay in the team. I changed my mind. So who have you got to pick? You've got Lisandro Lopez, who actually is a brutal striker. He is absolutely fantastic. We then got Soldado, Diaz, Kuja, Chol, or Van Rij. So the choice is up to you.
I'm going to go with Soldado just because it would increase the rating if he was on the bench.
Oh yes, and he has been tearing up the league. He's been doing really well, or at least his team has. Villarreal have been doing fantastic this season. And I've got to say, Soldado has had the form that he never had at Tottenham, and at least he's scoring goals there. So, let's hopefully not get another disappointing pull here. Okay, so these are pretty good actually. So we've got, I think it's Fabian Johnson. Then we've got Piatti, El Sharani, Stoch, or Zaha. Now I'm going to go with Piatti as he is brilliant, and I mean fantastic, and he can go straight in there. No complaints there. Piatti is a brilliant player. Now we got Jovetic, Wanyama, Kane, Malaresh, or Gibbs. Now the choice is up to you. None of these really do anything for the chemistry.
I'm going to go with Kane just because he played for Millwall.
I probably would have done that, to be fair. And now the final player in the team. And it had to be from a very disappointing pool of players. Well, I'm going to go with Kieran Richardson, just for the fact I have an offline Aston Villa career mode, and he is fantastic despite his age. Okay, now it's telling me a bunch of stuff I don't need to know. And then we've got the manager, Alan Pardew, all the way. We've got to go Alan Pardew. So let's have a look at the draft summary. So we got Ronaldo, Iniesta, and De Gea as the best players. 100 chemistry, 83 rating, 8 Spain players, 14 Liga, BBVA players, and 6 BPL players. Now, I'm pretty sure that this is probably going to be the best team that we can make. But if not, then in the second part of the video, which you will see as a separate video, if we can make any better changes to this team, we will, and then we go forward. Unfortunately, my brother isn't playing the games, as sometimes I don't trust my ability, let alone his. So, yeah, that's all I can say. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I mean, it's absolutely brilliant. We've got a few informers to mess around with, and I think that this is going to be a great team moving forward. I'm a bit concerned that we do have 3 at the back, but there's nothing we can do about that. The team is fantastic. So, let's go and find ourselves some games in the next video. So anyway, guys, I hope you have enjoyed at least this squad builder part of the FUT draft. Like, comment, subscribe, and of course, stay tuned for the next part, which is of course going up at the same time, and you'll see all the goals we can hopefully score and get past in the next video. Goodbye.